The interviews.
Is it Orlando?
Yes.
Let me just ask you point blank, did you kill Tupac Shakur?
I didn't kill Tupac. I mean, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? They would even say something like that. I mean, you know, I just want to tell everyone that, you know what I mean, I didn't do it, and I feel sorry for him, you know what I'm saying, his fans and his, and his family.
Anderson in civil court. They claim there is evidence he was in the white Cadillac that night in Las Vegas, that he got out and fired the shots.
From 1995 to date, have you ever ridden in a white Cadillac?
No.
Do you know anyone who owns a white Cadillac?
No.
Anderson, an alleged Los Angeles gang member, has vigorously denied any involvement in the murder and in depositions claimed he was not at the scene. The estate.
Were you involved in any way in the death of Tupac Shakur?
No, I was not involved. I mean, I'm like a victim, you know what I'm saying? I feel, you know what I'm saying, sorry for him. And, you know, like I said, I was a fan of him.
I mean, I've been thinking, you know, maybe I'm like scapegoat or something. I just want to let everybody know, you know what I'm saying, I didn't do it.
The downfall. On May 29, 1998, during twilight hours, Utah Williams, the 85-year-old matriarch at the heart of Orlando's family, died in the hospital where she'd been taken after a fall. Orlando Anderson was reported for not having a history for drinking nor smoking. However, due to the loss of his grandmother, Baby Lane was drinking all night with his fellow Southside Crip, Michael Reed Dorrough, to cope with the loss. Orlando's mother, Charlotte, remained at the hospital, so Orlando, who had been waiting for her at the family home, decided to go out and get a burger at Mom's Burgers with Michael Dorrough. At about 3:10 p.m. that afternoon, Anderson and Dorrough drove his black Chevy Blazer to Rob's Car Wash located at Alondra Boulevard and Oleander Avenue near Compton High School. The car wash was across the street from Mom's Burgers. Anderson pulled on the side of the car wash and got into an argument about an unpaid drug debt with Corner Pocket Crip member Jerry J-Dog Stone, who witnesses say immediately brandished a weapon. Jerry Stone was not alone. He was also accompanied by his older, taller, and stockier brother, Michael Big Stone. Big Stone reportedly stood between 6'4" to 8 inches, towering over his enemies. He made sure that his younger brother Jerry was safe. Witnesses also say that Michael Dorrough talked to Jerry Stone into putting the gun away, and that's when Orlando Baby Lane Anderson pulled out his gun and a battle ensued. Anderson drew first blood and pulled out his 9mm gun. Anderson shot Jerry Stone twice before being slain himself in a hail of bullets. Anderson reportedly shot Stone to death before Jerry's brother and fellow Corner Pocket Crip, Michael Stone, in turn shot Orlando Anderson dead center in the chest. Orlando slumped over the wheel after being hit. Michael Dorrough, who had been shot as well from Michael Stone, noticed when Anderson dropped his gun, a wounded Dorrough recovered it, returned fire, killing Michael Stone. Dorrough shot both the Stone brothers even after they both hit the ground. After killing Michael Stone, Michael Dorrough attempted to flee the scene by driving Anderson's Blazer from the passenger side, and it crashed. This location was 6 blocks away from the police station. A barrage of 30 shots go off. Police hear the gunfire and immediately drive towards the turf war. Police arrived at the scene of the crime. The Blazer vehicle was riddled with bullet holes. The paramedics were on their way to assist the wounded gang members. Officer Ray Richardson talked to the mortally wounded Anderson to get a confession about the Tupac murder. Orlando Anderson exchanged his last words to be harsh words to an officer before he gurgled and lost conscience. Ironically, Orlando Anderson's alleged victim, Tupac Shakur, his last words were towards the police officer Chris Carroll, who came to his aid to get a confession on who shot him in his fatal shooting in Las Vegas. All 4 men were transported to the Martin Luther King Jr. / Drew Medical Center. Anderson and the Stone brothers were both pronounced dead shortly after their arrival. The hospital is now Martin Luther King Jr. Harbor Hospital. However, word on the street is it is the hospital known for being called Killer King's Hospital due to the high mortality rates, especially for black men. Anderson will be listed as one of the casualties. Orlando Baby Lane Anderson was 23 years old when he died. He is survived by his 4 daughters who lived more years on earth than he did. Michael Dorrough was the only person who survived the gun battle. He was treated and then arrested by local police. He was later convicted for the murders of Michael Big Stone, Jerry J-Dog Stone, and his best friend Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, despite the fact that he didn't fire the shots that killed him. According to California Penal Code Section 190.2 Subdivision A, Item 22, Anderson's murder was considered a drive-by, and by Dorrough firing shots at others outside the car with the intent to kill, he was responsible for everyone who died. On October 6, 1999, he was sentenced to 3 life terms without the possibility of parole, plus 49 years just like his father, Michael Dorrough Sr., several years prior. The Stone brothers were buried in the mausoleum at the Roosevelt Memorial Park in the city of Los Angeles. Orlando Anderson and his great-grandmother Utah Williams were buried in the same day, just as they died the same day. Both of them are buried in the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Long Beach, California. This cemetery is also the resting place of Tupac's friend and death row artist, the King of Hooks, Nate Dogg, who died several years after Baby Lane. This is the last lane for Orlando Anderson. His uncle KVD was incarcerated the day before his death. He lived by the phrase, "Live by the gun and die by the gun." He was loved by his family and friends. His supporters saw him as a true gang member who lived the real street life and a hitter from the city of Compton. As for others, he is despised for his killing allegations, including the murder of Tupac Shakur. This was the story of Orlando Baby Lane Anderson.
Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on who we should do next in the comments.